Welcome in, my beautiful souls. It is your girl, Wounded Healer of Tarot, and I am back again with another reading here for you today. This will be a general reading for the zodiac sign Gemini. Anywhere you happen to have Gemini in your birth chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or any other placements, just know this message is indeed intended for you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. This is also a timeless read. So whenever you find this message or this message finds you, just know that it was meant for you at that time. And if you do resonate with any parts of this reading, Gemini, I truly do appreciate the support. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed. And if you are new, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back. All right. So, no further ado, let's dive right into your reading and see what needs to come through most importantly at the time for your highest good. Okay. So, I got your overall energy surrounding you currently, Gemini. And so, your north and south node is coming through along with your Virgo rising and your Chiron. So what I'm seeing here is there's a square off taking place right now. This has something to do with you breaking free from whether it's past cycles, whether it's past patterns, whether it's past ways of doing certain things a certain way. This has something to do with you reaching your fullest potential. And in order to do that, Gemini, you have to heal. There could be you healing from childhood wounds, you healing something here that has taken place in your past that is currently still affecting you currently in some form of a way. With your Virgo rising showing up, I'm seeing someone who has a way with words. I'm seeing someone who could be a teacher, a mentor, an advisor, a life coach. You are some sort of guide where maybe others feel like they can confide in you, or others feels like they feel gravitated towards you when it comes to maybe feel like they can open up, they can be vulnerable, or it's just something here about the way you speak. You could be a truth speaker, a truth teller, something here about that as well, showing up to be significant, as long along with you being a truth seeker. Okay, so this is telling me that you're exploring more or you're ready to learn more. This has something to do with like you wanting a better understanding of something here in some form of a way. Gemini is also coming through. But in order to reach your highest potential, there is something here from your past that is needing to be dealt with. Okay, that is truly needing to be healed in order for you to reach your fullest potential. Okay. So let's get into this reading and see why these energies are coming through and what that has to do with the message that is getting ready to come out. Good morning, everybody. Welcome into the live. As you join, hello, hello. All right, let's see what you got going on, Gemini. Holy Spirit, show me currently what is taking place with my Geminis. Show me their current energies. Holy Spirit, let's get into it. Holy Spirit, show me the current energies surrounding Gemini. Yes, you got slave coming through. This energy says oppression, liberation, chains, and struggles, followed with puppet. And this energy says manipulation, strings, theater, and obedience. This feels like you may be carrying some burdens, Gemini. You got some heavy burdens that you could be carrying. This also talks about baggage, you feeling oppressed, you feeling trapped, stuck, bound to something or someone. For some of you, this has something to do with societal beliefs. Hmm. Okay. This could have something to do with old programming, something that you were taught to believe. Okay. Maybe this has something to do with your upbringing. Something about your childhood is showing up to be, excuse me, is showing up to be very significant as well. Yeah, I'm hearing adolescence. So something here during your adolescent years. Give me more. Give me one more from this deck. Show me the current energies. Thank you, Holy Spirit. We got Dragon Rider, Epic Companion, Fire Breathing, and Legend. Yeah, you're ready to be liberated. This is about you freeing yourself, Gemini, in some form of a way. This is about you finding how to free yourself, how to liberate yourself. This is about you spreading your wings in some form of a way, Gemini. Hmm. Okay, let's get into the tarot and let's see what needs to come through. Let's see what energies are coming through. Something here about cycles, something here about patterns is showing up to be significant. Something here about cycles, something here about patterns. You could be seeing 1010 angel number. You could be seeing 999 angel number. Holy Spirit, show me why these energies are here surrounding Gemini. Show me why these energies are here surrounding Gemini. What's going on in their energy? The Five of Swords. So there has been some sort of constant battle, okay? This energy talks about competition, jealousy, envy. This energy is tied to like things that trigger you. So you could be feeling triggered at this time. Maybe you feel like someone or something is pushing your buttons. Maybe you feel a little bit defensive or like you have to fight back or defend something here that you maybe believe in. There's some sort of struggle here. There's some sort of tension, chaos, and conflict surrounding these energies. Gemini, the Seven of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, but it's showing up in reverse. It's almost like you know the truth to something here. You have awakened to some form of truth. I feel like it's tied to this puppet and slave. So something here that has been keeping you feeling chained and stuck, feeling bound to something here. Maybe you even lost a part of your identity at one point, maybe not recognizing parts of you. Maybe you got caught up into a certain lifestyle. Could be also significant. Maybe, yeah, you could have got caught up into a certain lifestyle that blocked you from seeing certain things. Yeah, I feel like you was on a certain path. You were on a certain path. You were maybe hanging with a particular group of individuals. You were maybe consuming your energy with certain things. This could have been like you could have been having some sort of addiction to something here. An addiction could be tied to numerous amount of things, but you could have had some sort of addiction to something. Show me more around this energy surrounding Gemini. The Ten of Cups, family, maybe again something here about your childhood. You've seen something growing up. You've experienced something growing up. You've witnessed something growing up. There it is again, the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Maybe this has something to do with you forgiving your parents because it could be currently affecting your relationships, whether they are romantic or platonic. It seems like there's some form of healing that is needing to take place. Your Chiron is here. And it's like it has a strong or it had a strong influence over your life over the years. Like it was affecting you, the way you were operating, the way you were doing something. Okay. Maybe you witnessed your parents go through a divorce. Some of you could have ended up in foster care, or maybe you've been adopted. I'm hearing long lost. So something here about maybe not feeling love, you're yearning for something that wasn't shown to you. And this could be the way you operated in life. Maybe you longed for something, but it was tied to some sort of wound. It was tied to some sort of hurt. Give me more. You can't make it up. The Ten of Swords. Look up the angel number 818 and see what that message holds for you. Yeah, I'm seeing 1010. I just said you could be seeing the angel number 1010. You could also be seeing the angel number 55. Look up those angel numbers and see what those messages holds for you. Whatever this is, Gemini, is tied to a lot of pain. It's tied to a lot of pain. And I think you that pain was fueled into a lot of masculinity energy. I think this came with a sense of wanting control over certain things or wanting power over certain things. I feel like you could have it could have been ego driven for some of you. Again, with this masculinity, it's a wanting of power and control, but all along you were hurting. The Five of Cups. There's something here deeply rooted to pain and sorrow and heartbreak. Holy Spirit, clarify the Five of Swords. Holy Spirit, clarify the Five of Swords. Why is this energy showing up for Gemini? Clarify this Five of Swords. Thank you. The Four of Cups. Maybe this feels like missed opportunities, feeling not good enough, feeling like you won't amount to maybe reaching or yeah, reaching certain standards or reaching certain heights. This feels like nothing ever good comes my way. There's the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck again. And so I feel like that fueled you. If it charged you up, but it charged you up in an angry way. It charged you up feeling like I want my get back, or I'm going to show people who I am. But you showed up in like this spiraling way. You showed up in this anger, like this. It was like it's hurt behind those eyes. There's pain behind those eyes. It goes deeper. So it was affecting your relationships. It was affecting the way you showed up in your everyday waking life. Give me more. Five of Swords, Four of Cups. I see determination. Determination to succeed, determination to be loved, determination to sought out and get what you ultimately want, whether you got a yes or no. I see a lot of determination here. Maybe you started to pray, maybe you started to meditate. Everybody has their own different beliefs when it comes to different religious beliefs. So I'm not sure, I'm not going to speak so much into that, but I do see you starting to pray. I see you starting to meditate or call on who it is that you believe. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse again. Again, you started to awaken, or you started to want some sort of awakening here. You wanted to search outside of what this little box was putting you in. Again, that's the square off. That's the challenge between your north node and your south node. Clarify the Five of Swords, Four of Cups, Ace of Cups. That's the Five of Cups. Focusing on the losses, focusing on the disappointments, focusing on the hurt. There it is again, Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. As I was just talking about, the Five of Cups. Maybe you started to be like money driven, focusing on the materialistic side of things, focusing on the tangible side of things. Maybe that's what fueled you getting to the money. That could have been what fueled you. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Hard work, dedication, and determination. Maybe you started your own business, or maybe you worked towards something here. This could have been just punching the clock. Whatever job you were in, maybe that was something that maybe you put in long hours to try to keep your mind off of this. I'm seeing Taurus energy. Some of you could be on the cusp of Taurus slash Gemini. You can have Taurus somewhere in your birth chart. We got this Virgo rising also showing up here again. Your rising is about how you show up, right? Your rising is about um, you know, being dependable. It says logical, genuine, versatile, thoughtful, gracious, and industrious. So this is about you being seen for your hard efforts, your hard work. I'm seeing that's what it's like. You were striving for something here. Again, you were striving to be recognized, to be seen. Like you wanted to make sure people seen you. But again, we're clarifying the Five of Swords. So I feel like sometimes when people seen you, they seen you as someone who was angry, who was bitter, who was hurt, who was not healed. And it was only because you were not healed. Even though that may not be your intentions. 1717 on the clock as I look up. Even though that may have not been your intentions. Clarify this Ten of Cups. Clarify this Ten of Cups for Gemini. What's the Ten of Cups about? The Seven of Pentacles. Give me more. The Knight of Cups. Give me more. Look at that. It's the same energy. Feeling oppressed, feeling feeling chained, feeling stuck, feeling bound. The Eight of Swords with the Slave card. It's the same energy here. This almost feels like you were going in a circle. This is like round and round, repeating lessons. There was a lot of blockages in front of you. I wanted to call you Cancer. I wanted to call you Scorpio. So there could have been a blockage around your heart, around your emotions. Maybe you showed up to be very charming, very smooth, and having a way with your words. I did say that you are someone who has a way with their words, Gemini. You know what to say. Okay. So I feel like this also tied to like the Ten of Cups. Maybe you wanted to work towards building a family, having a family of your own. But at the same time, you were leading with lust. You were leading with this Knight of Cups. Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. These energies talks about like unsuccessful relationships, especially the Seven of Pentacles being here. It can talk about unsuccessful relationships. It talks about, things taking a while. The Seven of Pentacles is like planting seeds, investing, but you got to keep watering them. But there was a blockage here, the Eight of Swords. So maybe things did start out really good, but then it turned another way. I feel like you found yourself in the same situations, Gemini, whoever I'm talking to. Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They caused you a lot of anxiety, worry, frustration. You started to doubt yourself. Am I capable of this? Am I capable of that? Like you started to doubt your worth, your everything. It's you started to question yourself. The Ten of Cups, and it goes back to your childhood. It could go back to your parenting. Or it goes back to maybe the way your upbringing. It goes back to the way maybe you were loved by your like something here about your childhood is what is needing to be healed. Your Chiron, your Chiron. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Clarify this Ten of Swords. I split the deck. I see the Devil. Okay, I'm not. Again, I was talking about that with this energy. I feel like something fueled you, but it fueled you in the direction because you it was tied to. It fueled you in the direction that it was tied to some sort of pain. Okay, the Ten of Swords is like you've been through the ringer. Okay, I done it all, done it all, done it all. I'm picking up Shardy Low. Rest in peace to Shardy Low. You done it all. You seen it all. He said the cars, then drove them all. LA, we turned down them all. These shits, we didn't fuck them all. He said, and I'm that. So yeah, you done it all. You seen it all. I said the Ten of Swords is like you been through a lot. So you seen it all. You done it all. But it's not enough. It still leaves you wanting some sort of true fulfillment. And that's where you get to the North Node because you're breaking the cycle, you're breaking the pattern, you're breaking free from the past to get to your North Node, which is your highest potential. It's like, okay, there's more than just this. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Clarify the Ten of Swords. The Nine of Cups. There's more to this. This is like the Nine of Cups is like wishes being fulfilled, emotional satisfaction. There's more to this, but I feel like you're like, how do I get there? How do I truly get to this? Let's find out. Tell me more. The eight. Let's find out. I said, tell me more. The Eight of Cups. You got to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serves you for your highest good. You got to make those sacrifices that are required, Gemini. You go from the Nine of Cups to the Eight of Cups. You got to come back and make the proper choices because it's all in our choices at the end of the day. So you got to make the proper choices in order to end this. Jesus. Okay. I see justice. So this is like karmic justice. This is about awakening to the truth, the justice. She's holding the scales. She's holding the sword of truth. The karmic justice scales being balanced out. That's the only way to do this. It's to break the pattern, to break the cycle. Okay. Give me one more on this Ten of Swords, Holy Spirit, for my Geminis. The Seven of Cups. Wow. You literally go from the Nine of Cups to the Eight of Cups to the Seven of Cups. You literally go down. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. This is about you putting an end to something here, Gemini. Ultimately, the choice is yours. The Seven of Cups talks about choices, choosing wisely. So you have to make a choice tied to something that you want to move on from, that you want to walk away from, that is not bringing you emotional fulfillment, that is not bringing you emotional satisfaction. You have to make that choice. And ultimately, the choice is yours. Give me 3 cards from this deck. We're going to look into some shadow work, Gemini, okay? Show me the shadow work. Give me 3 cards from this deck, Holy Spirit. Give me one more from this deck, Holy Spirit, for my Geminis. Thank you. Bottom of the deck is shame and guilt. Feel them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth. To embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. Inner cosmos, trauma, sing, go deeper. You gotta dive deep, Gemini. You gotta face what's you have to face what's within. You have to look at the in that mirror and be honest with yourself. It is the only way. Unwilling to consider other excuse me, unwilling to consider other perspectives or entertain new ideals. Be more open. So close somebody here could be closed minded, not wanting to hear the opinions of others or not caring to hear the opinions of others. It's my way or the highway. That could be how somebody feels. But your spirit guides is advising you to be more open minded instead of closed minded. That's for somebody. And last but not least, we have find wholeness. Bring together fragments that complete you. Wow. This is about you finding the pieces to your puzzle that's going to make you whole. And the only way to do that is to do the work that is required. All right, Gemini, let's get you a final message to close out your reading. Let's get you a final message to close out your reading. Let's use this deck. Holy Spirit, give me a final message for Gemini to close out their reading. All right, last and final message for Gemini to close out their reading, Holy Spirit. All right, you have clean it up. Clean it up, Gemini. This energy is about cleaning up, sweeping out things that no longer serves you. Freedom from burdens. Clean it up, Gemini, is your message. If you got anything from this reading, I truly do appreciate the support. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed already. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back. Until next time, as always, love and light. Take care. Bye.